Meditation is more important than your job.
But you could also say that those things will, they go back into it. So if your reading helps your career.
Oh, yeah, it'll help everything.
More than anything, really.
This is what people don't understand, is the flurry that everyone's gotten into at this point. I mean, people are in a flurry. They're running around. They're going around doing crazy shit everywhere that accomplishes nothing. It's gotten to the point now.
Doing. They're doing a lot of doing.
They're just doing.
Gotta be doing. You must be doing.
If you're not doing,
who are you? What are you? You're not doing? Shh, get out of my town.
What do you do?
What do you mean? What do I do?
That's just a question people ask each other.
That's the worst question. So what do you do? What do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do? I don't know. I don't know what I do. I mean, what does a bird do?
It's yeah. This question, what do you do?
It's terrible. What's the worst thing ever? Doing is everything bad that's ever happened has been because of people doing things. Almost nothing bad happens from not doing, from inaction.
Good God Almighty, man. These people are cultists. Everyone rails against the poor Scientologists.
They do, yeah.
But you want to talk about the real cult? It's the doers.
It's the doers. It's the, I guess you could say it's the capitalist machine. You could say it's the...
the machine is comprised of doers. And
yeah.
I want to talk about the particulates in the machine.
I've been a doer often.
Oh, God, Johnny.
So have you. We all have been doers. You've been a doer. You've been a doer.
I've been a doer.
Yeah.
But thank God I had this amazing chance to have an excuse to not do anything.
Right, because you got struck down by the lightning finger.
2 fucking months.
Yeah.
I got a 2-month bench period, and during that time, I got to not do. And don't get me wrong, I like doing. Doing is great. But I'm not talking about action, because we all have to act.
Right.
I'm talking about the people who are clearly using their action as either some kind of revenge, they're trying to get vengeance through their activity to prove to the world that they're okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're trying they're using their ambition is not because they're passionate about what they're doing. Their ambition is this desperate...
to be better, to be like, to
be in front.
What time did you get up this morning? No, I've been up for a while. I've been up doing it for a while now.
Yes.
Yeah. No. Melanie? No, she got up. Melanie just got up, everybody. Melanie just got up. Let's clap for her. No, I've been up doing. What have I been doing? Did a little of this, did a little of that, did some of this, did some of that. So we were doing. What were you doing? Oh, were you sleeping?
Oh, you were sleeping in?
Okay. You go ahead and do that, okay, Melanie? Okay, Melanie,
you sleep in. Jack has not missed a day of work in the last 20 years.
Jack hasn't missed a day.
I remember it, and I for some reason, I still remember this. It was like junior high, the last like pep rally of junior high, where they gathered us all in the gym to say goodbye to us. Because I went to Rugby Junior High, and from Rugby.
It's a great name.
And from Rugby Junior High, you moved to West Henderson, home of the Falcons, and that's up the hill. The high school was up the hill, and I remember the principal at Rugby coming out and giving this speech about how you're all going to move up the hill, and things are different up the hill. And they gave an award. This is the thing: they gave an award, and the award was to this weird kid who hadn't missed one day of class.
It's always a weird kid. Why is it
in 3 years, he didn't miss one day. Not one day. That's the ultimate, that's a mini doer who's like, it's that, or like you'll hear it about comedians too. Oh yeah. Oh, Jackie Flips. His appendix had exploded, but he still did his 15 minutes out of the Comedy Store that night.
Yeah. Doing. I played a gig on bass when I had an IV in my arm. That was doing. Maybe it wasn't doing. Maybe it was just, I don't know.
But in our society, what's rewarded is not so much what is being done, it's the doing.
Yeah, the fact, you built the house. Or you built the suburbs. You did it. You did the thing. I made the tea at least.
Action, 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 action. Wake up, get going. Wake up, get going. So you see this, and what ends up being lost is just really basic shit. And one of the first things that gets lost in this activity that you're always engaged in, here's what I can think of right offhand. There's 3 things that get obliterated by doing. But if you're in the cult, you're in the cult of doers. If right now you consider, when was the last time that you sat still and did nothing for 10 minutes straight? I'm not, no reading, no TV, no internet.
So difficult to do that.
When was the last time you did that? Just really think about that. When was the last time you did that? Think about that. Because for many, 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 many people,
it's almost never.
In their whole lives, they've never done that.
The best thing I think that the best thing to do in terms of like finding that kind of time is just to watch things. I find that I like more than anything, I just like to like observe. You just like, because if you're observing, you're not talking. You're not. All you're doing is watching. You're just watching what's happening. And if you go places, there's a lot of places that are very conducive to just looking and watching and observing. Like if you go to like the Huntington Gardens or something like that.
Sure.
If you go, or any place where you can watch things, watch nature, and just sort of, you're just observing it. And it's weird when you don't say anything and you're quiet, how many things come forth because you're allowing them to present themselves.
Damn right. And also if you go and you decide to actually get out of your man-made cave and head out into nature and sit still and just sit still in nature, you will find there is a really creepy amount of guilt that comes up. Like, you're supposed to be, it's such a weird thing to just be out in nature, sitting still, not doing anything. There's this sense inside of you that's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, okay. What time is it?
What time? what time is? What's next for the day? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you just sitting here? Man, it's a real fucking mess. I mean, we're talking like deep level brainwashing has been inflicted on this species.
Yeah, it's getting worse too. I think it probably is getting worse because just how much noise is in the environment. We have a significant amount of noise, and noise makes it hard to be. It's very easy to be distracted because of all the noise.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but the noise, you can absorb the noise. We're just talking about this like the act of you think you're free, but find a time that you normally would be doing and sit down and read for 2 hours and then tell me you're free. Because you're not. Because just finding those 2 hours to sit and read, for a lot of people, they're like, oh, God. Oh, to have that time.
To have the time to carve out. Yeah, because I always think of that part in American Splendor. Have you seen that movie?
Yes.
Remember when Harvey P. Gar's in the bakery and he's buying like 2-day-old bread for cheap, and he sees some woman he used to go to college with, and she's like envious. He's like hyper depressed and in like doldrums constantly, and this woman's like, she's like envious of his lifestyle because she has kids, and she's like, now I have, because they were in English class together, and he was really good at that, and so she's like, oh, that's so amazing, you're reading like that book. I haven't got to crack a book in so long because I have no time with the kids and everything like that. So it's like, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about that.
No,
but
it's terrifying. But if you don't have kids, you still not. I just think of like, being in LA, we get to be around people who have the ambition of Napoleon.
They're crazy. Yeah, this town is like crazy driven. It's like you'd never see people who are so type A, just ready to cut down whatever jungle is in front of them.
But why do those people always seem so pissed?
I think it's because, I don't know, that's funny. I guess it's because maybe like the anger comes out of that action because they're so driven. It's like a part of the same thing, It's like a part of the thing where they're, it's the aggression.
Yeah. They're steely and they like can actually get angry on the way to yoga. Like they'll get mad. They'll everything they do has this underlying current of anger beneath it. It's like they're actors usually, or they're producers, but in the midst of the process of acting like something or producing something, the fuel behind it is this bizarre competitive rage.
I think a lot of times, there's a hummingbird right there, by the way.
They hang out in that window, and I love
very
them.
pretty. It's a thing where it's a product of, I don't know. I think maybe I feel this way sometimes too, is you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you really want or what you're trying to do, so you just do stuff with this sort of blind rage, and that sort of, it's loud enough to quell the underlying question or this, whatever it is that you are unsure of. It busies the mind so you don't have to think about that thing that is really at the center of what you're driving for or moving toward.
What is that thing?
It's different for everyone, I suppose. It's the thing. It's like, what is the big question, or what is the thing that you really want to be doing, or what is the thing that you really would make you happy? And I think if you're busy, if you keep yourself busy and always doing stuff, it's very easy to not have to deal with that thing that is maybe something that you should deal with.
But being busy is definitely a wonderful balm when you're feeling depressed.
Oh yeah, I think there's two different types though. I think there's one thing to be doing good when if you feel bad, to do good things, because that's nothing makes you feel better than helping other people when you feel bad. Because all of a sudden it's just like it evaporates. But I guess I think I mean more like in terms of just like getting stuff on the calendar. Like I always think about that kind of shit with my life. I'm like, I got this day's open. Oh no.
There's too much white on my calendar.
There's too much time, yeah.
Not enough ink on my calendar.
Exactly.
Yeah, I it all boils down to being outside the present moment, really.
Yeah, and that's the worst. That's the worst thing, is being not in the present moment.
What I like to do when I have these pangs of anxiety that have tormented me for my entire life is whenever I get a nice, sweet gong on the, when a nice big gong on the fucking anxiety bell, I like to, instead of just feeling the anxiety and reacting, I like to kind of trace back who banged the gong. And it's inevitably, the banging the gong is always a thought of the future. Mm-hmm. The anxiety comes from thinking about the future.
Yeah.
If I think right now, I'm like, man, I'm going on the road Wednesday.
You got stuff to do.
I've got all this shit I've got to do. I've got 2 days to do it. How am I going to have the time to do it? I want to wash my clothes and I need to clean, but I've got to,
makes you crazy.
I got to do these podcasts done. I've got to make sure that I have my material together and get the puppet polished.
Polish the puppet.
But if I don't let myself think about the future and then I'm just here, then everything slows down. Yeah. All of a sudden when you just think right now about just being in the present moment and you're just kind of sort of giving up the future.
Drinking the tea.
You're drinking tea. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden everything's I'm not going to say everything's great. You still have the residual hangover of a lifetime of thinking about the future that's always with you. But you
can deal with it.
Everything just shifts in such a substantial way the moment you pull the tendrils of your mind out of the phantasm of the past or the future.
Mm-hmm.